to. So if they're feeling like they could get hurt, they then naturally just start pushing the guy away. Even if she likes him a lot, she'll just start pushing him away. Not all guys know what to do with that situation, okay? But the good thing that for you to realize is that you're doing it. If you realize you're pushing him away, then you can fight yourself on it and start trying to bring him closer instead. But very common, so don't be too hard on yourself. It's very common. Jody, I was never my ex-husband's priority, so it feels normal for me not to be a priority. That's not normal for relationships, Jody, okay? Two people go into a relationship, you're each other's priority. If the relationship isn't a priority either party, it can never be a 10 out of 10, okay? So your ideal partner will 100% make you a priority. Lola, should it matter if family doesn't like the new guy I'm seeing? Well, no, okay? Short answer, no. So when a couple gets together, right? Hey, Dr. Cat, thanks for tuning in. So when a couple gets together, they're a team, right? So two people get together, they're a team. Everyone else is outside the team. Regardless of their extended family members, friends, it doesn't really matter. Everyone else is outside that bubble, okay? You can't let the people outside the bubble affect what's inside it, okay? Very common, they do, you hear the same thing all the time from lots of different people. Oh, I don't like my mother-in-law, she doesn't like him, blah, 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 blah. All the time, very common. You see it in movies and all sorts of stuff. It's very common, it's cliched, but it happens a lot, okay? You can't let the opinions of others outside the team have any impact on it. Lacey, if having dreams and can't stop thinking about him, wouldn't know why. Is it because he's thinking about me? No. Okay, Sally, what does it mean if when he messaged me every day for 2 weeks, agree to exclusivity, date, then stop? Could mean a whole bunch of things, Sally. Could mean a whole bunch of things. But at the end of the day, something went wrong. Okay, stop working and didn't bother replying. Something's going wrong. Maybe you said something or did something which lowered his attraction. So attraction, one of the top 5 pillars to a 10 out of 10 relationship. Attraction is extremely important, okay? Everything you say and everything you do in a relationship makes your partner's attraction for you go up or down. So be aware, if you say a few things or do a few things the wrong way, it's going to make his attraction go down, or vice versa, okay? So we got to really be conscious of trying to get that attraction that your partner has for you as high as possible. So he's going to always want to reply. He's mad about you, okay? The further that attraction goes down, the less chance that relationship has of succeeding. Okay, Hassan, question, is it a good idea to still have thoughts of someone who you dated previously? You can't control your thoughts fully. This is something to be aware of. Common question I get a lot, okay? You can't really control your thoughts. So a thought will pop into your head, totally out of your control, but what's in your control is how long you have that thought inside your head. If a thought comes into my head and I don't want it inside my head, and I know it's a bad thought, it's inside my head for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, that's about it. Then I reach in my head, crumple up the thought, throw it in the bin, and replace it with a thought that I do want. Okay, that's what you need to do. You can't control what goes in, but you can control how long you hang on to it for. Sally, thank you. No worries, champion. I'm here to help. My purpose in life, guys, is to help as many people as I can with relationships, so I can help you in any way. I coach tons of people from all over the world with relationship issues and love life and all sorts of stuff. So any issues at all, write your question in the comments or send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Lacey, he messaged me every day for 3 months but hasn't changed his way, like he's still speaking the same. Give me an example. Oh, here we go. I've never been in a relationship, but I'm so scared of getting cheated on. Is it because I might be? This is a fear that everybody has at one time or another, but it comes from a lack of confidence, a lack of self-esteem, and not sure if you're worthy of a relationship or not, okay? If you don't have high value for yourself and you have a low value and a lack of confidence, maybe a bit of a lower self-esteem, then you're going to be thinking about, is he going to cheat on me? If you think that he can, and you think you're not worthy of the relationship, you're going to be more self-conscious of it and more insecure. So what we want to focus on there is getting your confidence and self-esteem up as high as possible, and making you realize that you have very high value, and it would be a huge mistake for him to cheat on you, because you'd leave and never look back, and you'd be the best woman he ever had. Yeah? Does that make sense? You need to have that high value. But if you focus too much on what you fear, you will attract it. Okay. Thanks, Renai. I like the shirt too. Dr. Cat, I met a guy in person I've talked to online for months. He was different. It was forced. I'm confused. Look, so a few mistakes. First of all, if you talk to someone for months and months and months and months online, you're building up a relationship. You're building up a virtual relationship. Then you meet in person, and it all starts fresh, and you feel like you really know the person, but you don't. Okay, so that's why I recommend, if you meet someone online, you meet someone on Tinder or whatever, meet them within a week or two. It goes a lot better. It's not weird, okay? Because the longer you go on talking to them without meeting them, you're building up this facade inside your mind of who they are, and then when you meet them in person, it's not the same. It's like if you read a book, then they make it into a movie. You're like, this is not what I pictured, yeah? So you're taking too long. Secondly, if it's only a first date, give him 2 or 3 more chances, okay? Wait till probably date 3 or 4, and if it's still terrible, then he's not your one. Okay. Just find where I'm up to, guys. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all your questions. Your questions are amazing. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships. So if I can help you in any way, put your question in the comments or send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Lola, I need advice on how to handle positive stuff he does, but I'm not used to it. Just say thank you and smile. Don't overthink it. Don't think he's doing it for a reason. Just say thanks, smile. That's it. Okay? Hassan, thank you. Sorry, I do have a few questions. Dude, ask your questions. I'm here to help. Okay, Mel, you really are brilliant. Love your lives. Thanks for the kind words. Really appreciate it. If you need help at any time, Mel, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, okay? Link to all my stuff is in my profile, guys, on my bio, my websites, my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everything's on there. Hassan, knowing that there's no future with that person, but you really like them, when can you let go? When can you let it go? Hassan, you can let go of a negative situation or go through the grieving process as fast as you want to. You can be over it in a day, and you can be over it in 24 hours, or you can hold on it for years. I've talked to people who hold on to something which has happened in their past, broken up with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and they hold on to it for years. Other people, 24 hours is gone. How do they do it? It's all about, it's about a few different things. Internal monologue, the words you say to yourself, the value you have for yourself, and all sorts of stuff, okay? But just be aware it's in your control to let go of it quickly if you want to. Guys, if I miss your question anytime, just send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, okay? Because I'm going to miss some occasionally, but I always respond to all my social media messages. Hassan, what is your advice about online dating? They live overseas. Am I wasting my time? 100%. Only date people in the country you live in, unless you're moving to a specific country, like say, you live in Australia and you're moving to New Zealand in a month's time, then you can start talking to people in New Zealand. But if you have no interest in living there, obviously a complete waste of your time. So what I recommend is date people in a good radius of where you live. So I call it the 5 hours by car. If it's more than 5 hours by car, it's going to be a pain in the ass to go and see them every week on the weekends, okay? So you want to be within a bubble, within your radius of what you can be in. Talking to people overseas and different countries and all this bullshit, complete waste of time. Pewee, how do you cure depression and anxiety? Whole bunch of things. It's really case by case. Sometimes it's situational. Sometimes it's biological, hereditary. it's a whole bunch of different issues, a whole bunch of different things. Okay, so huge question and the answer's complicated, okay? I'm sorry I can't give you a good answer for that one. Lacey, first time meeting him, clicked very well, just cuddled, we both felt something. What's this mean? Doesn't mean anything yet, yeah? I made something called the relationship timeline, Lacey, which states that you should date someone for 2 or 3 months before going exclusive with them. That 2 or 3 months is to build up trust, the foundation of the relationship, and give the relationship a good chance to get to know each other really well, okay? Before 2 or 3 months is too early to go exclusive. Use that time to get to know each other. Use that time to have as much fun as you can with that one person and get to know them really thoroughly. Dr. Kat, great advice, thank you. Dr. Kat, I'm here to help. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships, so that's what I do every single day. Okay. Just find my spot again. Alrighty. Okay. KJ, I need some advice. Do you do paid consultations? This is my business. This is my coaching business. My first call I do with people is free. I don't work with everybody. They have to fit into a criteria. They got to be able to be helped. Some people cannot be helped, okay? Some people are just too far gone. But that's rare, okay? So you probably can be helped. So if you want to book in a call with me, KJ, head over to my website, maddockcoaching.com/opt-in. My calendar's on there and you can book in a call, okay? Carrie, with the lack of motivation and the fact he lied. Carrie, I think I missed some of your other thing. Okay, Al, what's your thoughts on staying friends with an ex? Wouldn't recommend it. Okay, my back hurts. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, I'm back. What do I do if the girl I'm dating gets short with me but says it's not me? She's just stressed. Could be a whole bunch of things. Maybe she is stressed. Maybe it is you. Often girls, they don't say what they mean. Yeah? Often that is the case. So sometimes they can hide their emotions. You can see it on their face that they're upset, but they won't tell you why. So that's when you got to use probing, yeah? This one you got to use effective communication and probe them, okay? You got to probe them and probe them until you figure out what really is going on. And don't stop until you find out the real answer. Okay. Al Pacino. Huge fan of Al Pacino, by the way. What if you're over 40 and have no purpose? Look, that's a great question. That's a great question. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships, but I often don't say sentences like just follow your passion, because it's a real throwaway sentence. It's almost a backhanded compliment, because it's like just go and find the gold at the end of the rainbow. It's not that easy, and it's hard to find your purpose. It is. I didn't know this was my purpose for a long time. It's hard. You sort of have to imagine, like Gary Vee says, you sort of got to imagine life as a buffet, and you got to try things until you go, you know what, I think this is my purpose. I think this is, and then sell it to yourself. Sell yourself the idea that is your purpose. It's not a light bulb moment. When I started coaching, I didn't think this is my purpose. It took me a good 6 months selling me that idea that this is what I'm supposed to do. And when you have that good control over your mentality, you can sell yourself it. Okay. John, is 3 years early to get married? Nope. As long as you live together for at least one. Lacey, could he just be scared as I am? I wish I never him in person because it's better than over text. Could be a whole bunch of things, Lacey. Could be a whole bunch of things. Persevere with it a little bit longer. KJ, no worries. I'm here to help. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships, yeah? Okay. How can a person be too far gone? no one's too far gone, okay? What I more meant is they're almost too much work to help. Very rare, but say a lady comes to me who's 40 and she has 10 children to 10 different men. She says, oh, can you help me find a husband? I want to find my ideal partner. I go, no, you're undateable. That's ridiculous and I can't help you, okay? It's the same if a guy comes to me and says, yeah, I got 10 different women pregnant and I got 10 different kids and I pay out $5,000 a week in child support. I'd go, no way, I'm not helping you. You're too much of a mess, okay? So, but people who are that much of a mess, they're rare. But I don't want to help them because I'm only one man, yeah? What would be an exception for being friends with your ex? No exceptions. There's millions and millions of people in the world who you can be friends with. You don't need to be friends with someone you used to have sex with. Am I going to find someone again? It depends if you want to. It depends if you're willing to learn the right things. People think relationships just happen. Be aware. Being good at relationships is a skill that you have to learn, just like driving. You're not born and know how to drive. You're not born and you know how to have great relationships. It's a skill. It's a skill you have to learn. I was hopeless at years. I was hopeless at relationships for a long, long, long time. But when you learn the skills, you can achieve what you want to achieve. Okay. Shin's been talking for over a year, never been out on a date or anything. Do I just need to be patient? No, hell no. You need to go on a date. You need to go on a date. You need to work on attraction, dateability, confidence, self-esteem, conversationalness, and then go on a date, okay? You should always be working on that stuff all the time anyway for your entire life. But just get on online dating, organize a date, and go out and have a date, okay? Don't be patient, because if you've never been on a date, your first date isn't going to be your ideal partner. It just isn't. If it is, you're settling, okay? You're going to have to go on at least 50 dates. Go on your 50 dates and start now. You are wasting your time. Patience is not a virtue, my friend, yeah? What I say is be aggressively patient. So fight for your dreams, work really hard at what you want to achieve, but be patient in the process, but work your ass off to achieve it. Don't sit back and go, oh, when it happens, it happens. Life doesn't work like that. Okay, how do you get over your toxic ex when they are trying to constantly get you back? Block them and delete them on social media. Block their number so they can't contact you. Basic stuff. Alrighty, where am I? Love the shirt. Thanks, Madison. I like it too. Bethany, why does it really mean when a guy says he doesn't know what he wants? It means he doesn't like you very much. It means he doesn't find you that attractive. It means he thinks you're okay, but he's not sure if he wants anything more because, you don't want to be with someone like that. You want to be with someone who goes, hell yeah, I want to be with you. You're the best person I've ever met. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. Okay, that's what you need to start thinking. If he doesn't go, fuck yeah, I want to be with you, yeah, all the time, you're the best. If it's like, take it as a no, yeah? Because you're devaluing yourself. Alrighty. Thanks for all the questions, guys. Really appreciate it. Any questions about relationships, put your question in the comments or send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. I'm here to help. As long as it's relationship related, I'll do my best to help you. Okay, Hilash, is it normal to think about your ex often? I broke up with him. It would never have worked out. Don't worry about how much you think of them. Start living your life. Do your hobbies. Do heaps of hobbies. Do 10 hobbies every week. Start dating other people. Hang out with your friends. Spend time with people who support you. And over time, you'll think of them less and less and less and less and less. Where did you buy my shirt from? My partner bought me this shirt. She buys a lot of my clothes. Jade, things have become so awkward in my relationship since I said I was growing and he doesn't want to grow. Yeah. Understandable, Jade. Understandable. If you're really feeling awkward, I want you to think about, are both of you willing to be coached? If both of you are willing to be coached, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, Jade, okay? And we can have a little chat. Maybe I can help. Because sometimes, often in cases like this, It's just a little bit of miscommunication. Often what I do is I just reword it a little bit and it goes a long way. Pinky, what is the best time to get physical with someone you like or getting to know? Fast, yeah? Human beings are very sexual creatures, so pretty quick, yeah? If it feels right, do it. Okay, but it's if you started as friends. Sorry, Kira, I think I missed some of your message. Why can't you not be friends with your ex? Because if you spend time with your ex and you're friends with your ex, it's going to take away from your future relationships or your current relationship. If you're in a relationship with a new guy or you're single and you're still friends with your ex, the relationship you have with this new guy or any future relationships is going to be negatively affected because you're friends with your ex. So say you're on a path of success to achieve a 10 out of 10 relationship. You can see it there, you're on a path to it, right? If you're friends with your ex, you're jumping off the path, okay? You need to stay clear on your goal. If you spend time with your ex all the time and all this sort of bullshit, you're just making that goal further and further away. That's why. If you don't care about the goal, yeah, be friends with whoever you want. Okay, Genevieve, why shouldn't you be friends with an ex? I just explained it, sorry. Okay, Lacey, I think I'm scared of relationships because I don't know what I'm like in one. Just give it a shot. Have a bit of faith in yourself, Lacey. Say, yeah, I'm going to do a great job. Yeah? Have some faith in yourself that you're going to do really great. If you say you're going to do a bad job, then you probably are. So say, yeah, I'm going to do a great job. I'm going to give it a red hot shot. And I'm sure you're going to do absolutely great. Okay? Okay. Just find where I'm up to, guys. Okay, are you single? No. I'm in a relationship. Life waits for no man. Very true. Don't waste your time. Okay, Taryn, I'm probably late to the party here, but where did you get your line picture? From a shop. I don't know. I'm only here to talk about relationships, guys, so ask me your relationship questions. I'm a relationship coach. My purpose is to help as many people as I can with relationships. Put your questions in the comments or send me a message on Facebook, Instagram. I'm here to help. Okay, but what if you have kids with a toxic ex? Well, then you got to let both parties see the kids, obviously, and just do the best you can. You don't need to be friends with your ex in that scenario, but you still need to talk to them sometimes. But keep the communication to a minimum, okay? Sorry for the questions. I'm 18. Should I have had a relationship by now, like proper boyfriends? You don't have to. Yeah. You're only 18. Enjoy yourself. You should be going out, having a good time, just having as much fun as you can at this stage. Just have fun, yeah? Just have fun, learn a bit about life, and because your first few relationships are going to be messy, okay? You're not going to know what you're doing. They're going to be a bit all over the shop. You don't have any experience. They're going to crash and burn most likely, okay? So go out there, get with some losers, get with some guys who are your own age, who have no idea what they're doing too, and have fun, yeah? Have fun a little bit. Okay, what if a friend with benefits then girl wants more? Always the case, always the case. With friends with benefits, after a long enough time period, one party in that situation always wants more. I strongly recommend not doing friends with benefits. Don't do Netflix and chill. None of that bullshit, okay? It's really bad for relationships. You're hurting yourself, you're devaluing yourself, and look, sex is great, but all that stuff is making that goal of finding your ideal partner and getting yourself to a 10 out of 10 relationship way harder, okay? I strongly recommend not doing it. Bethany, thank you. I'm here to help. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships. So if I can help you in any way, put your message in the comments or send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Okay, Amira, do you believe in friendship between a man and a woman? you're gonna have to be more specific, yeah? Because that can mean a whole bunch of different things. Like, me and my partner have been together for years, she's absolutely amazing, and I see her as my best friend. So we're in a very romantic relationship with heaps of intimacy, but we're also really, really good friends. But it depends. Your question may mean, do I believe that men and women should be friends who aren't in a relationship? Clarify what you mean for me, and I'll answer it. Okay, Ran, how do you get over a cheater? How do you get over when someone punches you in the face? Some people are going to hurt you. The longer you hold on to it, remember Buddhism is like, it teaches us, hating someone is like holding onto a hot coal and waiting for them to walk past to throw it at them. You're just going to get burnt in the process. Just let it go. Yeah? Well, I have a little rule. If something bad happens to me, I hold on to it for 30 seconds and then I let it go. And I never talk or think about it again. Easier said than done, but if you put it into practice, it gets easier. Shins, thank you. I don't want to have to ask him for effort, so should I hurt to looks? So it shouldn't hurt to look elsewhere. In a relationship, you're gonna sometimes have to have conversations which you don't want to have. Okay, when things are hard, you shouldn't go, no, I don't want to have that awkward conversation. You know what? I'm just gonna leave and not come back. That's a bad attitude to have. Have the conversation. Okay. Sorry if I miss any comments, guys. I miss your comments on any time. Make sure you send me a message on Facebook or Instagram so I can sort it out. Princess, is love possible the first time you meet someone? If you have extreme high attraction to someone, like when someone says, oh, I have, it's love at first sight with this person, it's often because the attraction is so high and you're almost kindred spirits. So if that's what you call love at first sight, yeah, it's possible. But realistically, even if everything's perfect and meeting first time on the first day, it's absolutely incredible, still don't go exclusive until 2 or 3 months, okay? That timeline is super important. Okay. Jade, thank you. I gave us 3 months to learn each other again, but it feels just giving up on us. Jade, it really sounds like you two need help. Send me a message and we'll have a chat, okay? Okay, let's see. What am I up to here? Courtney, do you think people who have cheated in the past have a chance to change themselves? Yeah, definitely. Definitely so. But this is something to be aware of, Courtney. If a guy you're going out with cheats on you and you take him back, he has an 80% chance of cheating on you again. But if you go out with a guy and he cheats on you, then you dump him, you never talk to him again, and he goes out with someone else, he doesn't have an 80% chance of cheating on her. It's way less. So in that statistic, you can almost imagine that you got him at his worst and the next girl gets him at his best. That often happens, okay? Because they learn the mistakes from the past and they don't make them again in the future. Often happens. But if you accept those mistakes and take them back, he will most likely do it again statistically, okay? But on the next girl, it's different. So once a cheater, not always a cheater, but always a cheater with the same girl. Something to think about. So if someone cheats on you, don't take them back. Pinky, okay, I get your answer, but then why wouldn't guys think she is too easy? Some. But Pinky, you gotta think, what would my ideal partner want? Would my ideal partner have high value and think of themselves highly, and would they value sex highly? Or would they be a bit frigid and be a bit weird with sex and not want sex until marriage and all this sort of stuff? What would your ideal partner want? And then act in that way. See? Okay? So sex was extremely important for me. Intimacy is extremely important for me. Affection, all of it. Very, very important. Okay? So my partner that I'm with now, when I met her years ago, if she didn't sleep with me on the first date, I would never have called her again. okay? So that puts it in a bit of perspective, and I was looking for a wife at the time. So if she didn't sleep with me on the first date, I never would have called her again, because that's how important it is to me, okay? So, but not all guys are the same. That's why you need to use some of your intuition and think to yourself, okay, what do I want? If it's important to you and that's what you want, do it. If it's not important to you and you want a guy who likes waiting and all that sort of jazz, first, hard to find. Secondly, do things in line with those beliefs. Okay, Johnny. I always think I want to be in a relationship until I start getting attention and it becomes too much. It's probably because you're with the wrong person, yeah? From the right person, you can't have too much attention, yeah? Princess Potato, is love possible the first time you meet somebody? I'm pretty sure I already asked that, Princess. Answered that one. Okay, Just Jen. Big love and positivity. Thanks. Ask your questions, guys. Any relationship questions, put your question in the comments or send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Dr. Katz. How do you get a guy to communicate with you when he's saying he's got too many responsibilities right now? It depends what the situation is, Kat. It depends what he's talking about. It could be in a whole bunch of different things. You need to give me a little bit more information or send me a message and we can have a chat about it, okay? Genevieve, do you think it's okay to root on your first date? Yes. Anyone listening who's not in Australia, root is a word Australians use for sex. Okay, Anna, I was for 10 years and have a child with an ex, but we not friends outside of reality life. Terrible sentence, dude. Try your best with your spelling and punctuation, unless it's too hard for me to read and I'm just guessing what you're saying and I don't want to guess. Okay, Queen Bee. How do you know if a guy's into you? Great question. How do you know if anybody's into you? The best way to know is how often do they want to see you? How much time do they want to spend with you? If they want to spend a lot of time with you and see you a lot, then they're into you. If they only want to see you sort of once a month, the attraction's not very high. They should want to see you all the time. If they want to see you all the time, they can't get enough of you, they're physically touching you all the time, they're buying you gifts, they obsessed with you, then they like you a lot. If he's like, whatever, I never really have time for her, he doesn't like you very much. Sorry if I miss any questions, guys. There's a lot of comments. If I miss your question at any time, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. I'm here to help. Okay, I'm going to miss some of the comments. I only can answer them so quickly. And sorry if I missed your question. I want to try to answer everyone. I want to try to help as many people as I can. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships. These lives sometimes get a lot of comments. So if I miss your comment, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. I'm here to help as long as it's relationship related, okay? Billy, if your ex reached out on a date, then said you only friends, should you make another move? I'm not sure what you mean. Should you make a move with your ex? You should never go back to an ex once it's finished. Yeah? Going back to an ex is like reheating McDonald's fries. You think they're going to taste good, but they're terrible and stale and gross, okay? Do guys care a lot about weight, honestly? Attraction is extremely important, Helen. So they don't care so much about your exact number. Like if a girl is 60, 70, 80, 90 kilos or whatever in pounds, they don't really care. It's more about how you look. So yeah, attraction is extremely important. I'm not going to stand here and lie to you and say looks don't matter. They matter, and they matter big time. We should all be working on how we look every day for our entire lives, okay? Human beings judge each other by the way we look. We all have eyes. We judge books by their cover. Regardless of what anyone says, that's what we do, okay? How attraction works with our animal instincts is what we see, okay? We see first, and that's how attraction works. So it does matter. It matters big time. It's something you should definitely be working on. You should be as healthy as possible. Okay, Jen, I'm so shy. What is the easiest way to communicate to start in the right direction? Online. If you're really shy, online dating is fantastic because if someone doesn't reply back, who cares? No one saw it. You're not embarrassed. It's online. No big deal, okay? That's the easiest way. And the easiest way to start a conversation is with what I call a curiosity question, which is a question like, if you could go anywhere in the world on holidays, where would you go? Or if you could have any superpower in the world, what would you have? Okay? So just basic things like that, curiosity questions to build up a conversation. Okay. Sorry if I missed your comments, guys. If I I just missed a bunch. If I missed your comments, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram and I'll do my best to answer it. I always answer all my questions on Facebook or Instagram, so hit me up on social media. I'm always available as long as it's relationship related. Don't head over there and tell me I'm attractive. I don't want to hear it. I'm here to just answer relationship questions, okay? Genevieve, what do you think it means when a guy says he's just going with the flow? Depends what the circumstances are. If you guys have been dating for 12 months and he says, oh, I don't really know what I'm going to do, I'm just going with the flow, then that's bad. But if you guys have only gone on 2 dates and he goes, oh, I'm just going with the flow, then that's good. So it really depends where you're at on the relationship timeline. Okay. Sorry, Johnny, if I missed your comment, dude. You can try to write your comment again and hopefully I see it. There's just so many comments, and when I try to scroll down, sometimes it flicks right to the end and I go, fuck, I missed a whole bunch of comments. So if I miss your comment, write it again or send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. We can have a chat. Queen B, how do you know if a guy's into you? How much time they spend with you? Katie Makes is still being emotionally abusive even though we ain't dating. Well, it means you're talking to him too much, yeah? If you should be closing that communication as much as possible. The only reason you should still be talking to him is if you have kids. If you don't have kids, you shouldn't be talking to him at all. Helen, why 2-3 months? Because, Helen, statistically, it takes 2 or 3 months to get to know someone. And statistically, people can hide who they are for 60 to 90 days. Then after that, their true colors come out, okay? So if you can date someone for 2 or 3 months before going exclusive, you're gonna actually really know the person, okay? Princess, thank you for your help. Princess, I'm here to help. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships. So if I can help you in any way, put your question in the comments or send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Just Jen, I'm super shy and trying to figure out how to connect with someone. Okay, not a specific guy. If you're just looking to connect with someone, just jump on Tinder or Hinge, start talking to people, okay? Tons of people out there, just start talking, okay? There's heaps. And then you're gonna get more confident. Okay, Courtney. I'd rather leave the guy and let another female have the best of him. To be honest, my partner cheated on his ex. Yeah, if someone cheats on you, Courtney, just walk away. That's the next person's problem. That's not your thing anymore. Taylor, what if a guy manipulates you to stay when you've tried to leave over past issues that happened? You got to be careful here, Taylor, with your use of the word manipulation. Because did he manipulate you? Or did he sell you? Did he convince you? Did he influence you? You can see there's tons and tons of different words which mean the same as manipulate. Okay? That's what you need to be careful of. A lot of people throw around the word manipulating too easily. And they say it like the other person is pure evil. He sold you to stay with you. He sold you to stay with him because he likes you so much. That doesn't sound so evil to me, but when you say he manipulated me and he gaslighted me to stay, then he sounds like an evil narcissist. But that might not be the case, so we've got to be very careful about the words we use because you're really criminalizing someone who may not deserve it, okay? Now, he wanted you to stay because he likes you so much. You chose to stay. You can't blame anyone else. You need to take responsibility, okay? No one, unless he's holding you there physically with ropes and chains and all this sort of shit with a gun to your head, you could have left. And if you have access to your phone, call the police, okay? So you can't blame anyone else. You can't blame anyone else. If you want to leave, leave, okay? So that's about taking responsibility. Very, very important, okay? And we need to be careful of the words we use because just you're condemning people who may not deserve it, okay? Let the law deal with it. Hope that makes sense. Okay, my most funny TikToks. How do you know if someone likes you? If the best way to know if someone likes you a lot is how much time they're willing to spend with you. If someone wants to see you all the time, they want to talk to you all the time, they're physically obsessed with you, they want to sleep with you constantly, they like you a lot. If they don't really that into you very much, they don't want to see you very often, then they don't like you very much. Julie, married for 26 years but not attracted to her anymore. What should I do? A whole bunch of things. So, great question. Great question, Julie. People come to me with that same thing all the time, and I've helped a lot of couples with the same thing. So, dual hobbies. You need to do dual hobbies, okay? Remember, opposites attract, but similarities will bond us. You both need to work on masculine and feminine energy. Opposites attract in the way of masculine and feminine energy, okay? So you need to work on that. You need to work on attraction. You need to work on something called the Erotic Blueprint, okay? A woman called Miss J designed something called the Erotic Blueprint. 5 blueprints, sexual things that everyone fits into, okay? You can do a free test on a website, missj.com. It'll tell you where you fit in erotically. If you know each other's blueprint, then you're gonna turn on each other, okay? And your sex life is gonna be back to a 10 out of 10 if you can really utilize the Erotic Blueprint well and learn as much as you can about it. Tony Robbins did a podcast with Miss J about it. Fantastic podcast. I think he did it about 5 years ago now. I've listened to it so many times. Huge fan. I teach all my clients about the Erotic Blueprint because it's so effective. So if you haven't heard about it, give it a shot. There's so much more, Julie. There's so much more. But if you need more help, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram and we can have more of a chat. But yeah, great question. Okay, Shins. Why do I date people then in a short amount of time want to drop it and lose interest out of nowhere? Well, it could be a whole bunch of things. You could be self-sabotaging the situation because you're scared of getting hurt, or it could be that they're just not your ideal partner, okay? Then maybe it just wasn't meant to be, okay? If someone's not your ideal partner, you shouldn't push on through the relationship because you don't want to be a quitter. They're not your ideal partner. It's going to fail eventually, so why not just end it early? Okay. Guys, thanks for all the great questions. Doing my best to answer them. If I miss your question at any time, which I'm sure I missed a lot, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah, Brisbane, Instagram, all my links, guys. If you click on my profile, head over to my profile, click the bio. Got my link tree up there with my Instagram, YouTube, my 2 websites, my Facebook, everything. Everything's on there. Okay, Vanda, my first date with this guy, but he doesn't text much before that. Some guys aren't big on texting. See how he is in person, okay? So it is obviously important that someone's a good communicator, but where are they good at communicating? Some are good at communicating on the phone, some are good at communicating on Messenger, some are good on Snapchat, some are good. What's important, what is he like in person, yeah? Is it wrong to hang out with your mate's sister? No, not necessarily, depending on the situation. Jay, I feel like you're a control freak in a relationship. No, not at all. Not at all. Be aware though, I am a strong, confident alpha male leader, Jay. A lot of people don't like the word leader because they think a leader is a control freak. They think a leader micromanages people, which is actually the opposite of what a leader does, okay? So yes, I am a leader. I have fantastic leadership qualities and I lead the team to success. Does that mean I'm a control freak? Not at all. But if that triggers you in some way, it's because you don't know what a leader is, okay? Appreciate your opinion though, Jay. Okay. Taylor, my partner and I have been together 3 years. I'm only 18 and I think I want to leave to find out who I am. Do it. Nothing wrong with that at all, Taylor. Shins, why do people date? Answer that one. Cam, I feel like the guy I'm dating is more attractive than me. He says he is attracted to me. Very interesting, Cam. I saw a study a while ago, years ago actually, which stated women prefer to go out with guys who are less attractive than they are. So they like guys with dad bods, they like guys who are less attractive than they are because they feel less intimidated by how they look. Very interesting. How do I leave a narcissistic relationship? Ellie, the best way to leave any relationship, if you're a bit nervous about how to do it, is write down a full exit plan. Write down when you want to leave, how you're going to do it. Do you need finances? Do you have somewhere to go? Blah, 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 blah. Write down as many details as you can. Guys, I know there's heaps of comments still to go, but I'm only going to stay on for about another 5 minutes, if that. If you want to still talk to me more about relationships, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. I'm here to help, whatever your questions are. It may take me a few days to answer your message. I get a lot of messages on social media, but send it through. I always reply to all my messages. Okay, Jasmine, I'm dating a 50-year-old and I'm 16. I'm too scared to tell my parents. What should I do? You definitely shouldn't be in that relationship at all. It's verging on illegal. There's a crime. I was a prison officer, right, for many years. And a lot of people are in there for... I can't remember the exact thing. It's inappropriateness with someone under the age of 16, okay? And even if you're 17 and you do inappropriate things with someone who's under 16, even if it's only one age older, you're going to jail. And there's a lot of guys in there who are 17 and they had a 15-year-old girlfriend. Know the law, okay? You shouldn't be in that relationship. It's pretty fucking gross, to be honest, Jasmine. Get out of there. I recommend telling your parents, and I recommend leaving the relationship. Genevieve, do you think a long distance relationship can work? No. I'm talking to a guy from New South Wales and I live in WA. Genevieve, the only way it's going to work is if you guys move to each other within the next few months. If you're both totally unwilling to move and you want this current setup to work long term, you're setting yourself up for failure. iHeart, is it better to drop hints or be direct? Totally situational. Totally situational. Sometimes it's better to drop hits. Sometimes it's better to be direct. Depends on the situation, my friend. Okay. How to deal with an ex. I need help. It depends on the situation. Yeah, it's a bit of a vague question. Realistically, that's the beauty of that they're an ex. You're not going out with them anymore, so you don't need to deal with them much. You don't need to talk to them much, okay? If you have kids together, you got to talk to them sometimes, but even that rarely, okay? So minimize. If any problem can be deleted, delete it. If it can't be deleted, minimize it. Taylor, my partner and I have been together 3 years. Is it okay? Yes, it's okay to leave, Taylor. I definitely recommend it. If you want to find yourself, do it. Go out there and explore life, enjoy yourself. Do all those things. Okay, how many relationships do you have to know your love of your life? It's a tough one. I recommend a couple because I think everyone should experience some sort of heartbreak. It doesn't have to be big, but you should have a few, at least superficial relationships, like a month here, a month there, before you settle down with your true love and have a relationship forever, okay? Because you've got to develop some skills. And the best way to develop skills, I can teach you all the skills, but at the end of the day, experience is a great teacher. How do you know you're in love? How do you know when you're hungry? I can't tell you when you're hungry, same as I can't tell when you're in love. You just know. Jason, that's funny, dude. I love that. TikTok moderator, you're in violation of acceptable shirts currently wearable for live broadcasts. That's cool. That's funny, dude. That's one of the funnier jokes. Okay. Kylie, what does it mean when someone is already in a relationship but is always trying to pursue you? It means they're a bad person. Queen Bee, how do you know if a guy's into you? They're going to want to spend a lot of time with you. Last couple of questions, guys. Ruby, just got out of a toxic relationship. I'm petrified of any male now. That's sad to hear. That's sad to hear. And I want you to stop selling yourself the evil idea that every man is bad. Okay? Because you're hurting culture. You're hurting society with that negative mindset. Milo, how do I get back onto the bandwagon after a major heartbreak and lost all confidence in myself? You just said it. Build up that confidence again. A lot of people who come to me who are single, their confidence is shattered. So the first thing I do is I show them how to build up their confidence, and that's what we do. And then once their confidence is built up, then I send them off into it. If you need help, Milo, send me a message on Facebook and Instagram. Do I give up on my ex who I'm having a child with? He is seeing someone new. Yes. Sylvia, how can you move on when you were in a relationship for 19 years with 3 kids? It's not easy. It's not easy. I just joined. Okay. Dr. Cat, this guy is super insecure, but we have an emotional connection. I want to help him. What should I do? The best way to handle an insecure partner, if they have any insecurities at all, which everybody has some insecurities, okay? Everybody has some insecurities. Every single human being can be insecure and jealous in some situations sometimes. The best way to handle that is with reassurance and transparency, okay? Guys, I gotta go. If you need more help with relationships, you want to talk to me more, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. I'm here to help. My purpose in life is to help as many people as I can with relationships. If I can help you, send me a message and we'll have a chat, okay? Have a great night, guys. I will talk to you in the future.